I'm Joe Martin Cantrell. I'm a member of the Cherokee Nation of Oklahoma. Joe Martin was my great-great-great-grandfather who died on the Cherokee Trail of Tears. That's part of my heritage. And I've also done a lot of work over the years with the symphony, the Oregon Symphony, and members of the symphony, where I've had the great honor to become good friends with many of the musicians, including Nancy Ives.
I'm Nancy Ives. I'm principal cellist of the Oregon Symphony, but I'm also a composer. And I was commissioned by Larry Johnson and PYP to write The Spirit of the Columbia for their 100th anniversary season. Larry was very much inspired by an earlier work of mine, Celilo Falls, We Were There, which was a multimedia collaboration with Joe Cantrell, photographer, and Ed Edmo, writer and poet. Larry wanted something that Pico could do that also told this story.
We quickly decided that had to be about also the Columbia River and the salmon, because the people, the river, the salmon, and all that feeds into them are all one piece in an existential way. And in the minds of the natives who have lived here and do live here now.
Larry Johnson is very passionate about promoting awareness of Native American culture, and I'm totally in agreement with him, because so many people think of American Indians or Native Americans as something from our nation's past, when in reality, they're still here.
The Treaty of 1855 was one forced on the people who had lived on the river, with the river. They were the same as the river. They were identical with the river. They lived in rhythm and in accordance with the whims of nature. They had to. And the rest of humanity does too. They just don't realize it.
So Spirit of the Columbia is what we would call a tone poem. It tells a story in very programmatic terms. Now, thanks to the participation of the Four Directions drum group, it starts with the native drumming, singing, and dancing. And then it kind of gradually filters in with little sound effects that are meant to evoke the mist and the distant roar of the falls, how they were before they were flooded, which you would have heard this roar from miles away and felt this mist before you could even see it. There is a depiction of the water rising, because within 6 hours after the dam was completed, the water rose and the falls were silenced. What had been this amazing roar became just smooth water. The people are still here, and they are still finding ways to celebrate their cultural traditions and join together in preserving their cultural traditions, and that's something that we want to celebrate and highlight. And the piece ends with Four Directions in full voice.
This composer here, she really, really, really is giving us a wonderful gift. It's a national gift, if we will but see it for what it is and value it.